is above zero. It's raining. It's foggy. It's gross out. Nobody wanted to get out of bed this morning, even the dogs. We had to call them for breakfast, and Eddie was curled up in Andrew's stocking, and today is just one of those days, but I need some magic. It is so gloomy and dreary, and we definitely need to put a little bit of holiday magic in the home on this day, so that's what we are gonna do. Right? Did you guys miss me? Hello! Yes, I know. We'll get going in a minute. Let's just put some lights on, okay? Yeah, look at those tails. Oh, I know. At least I know I was missed. Or do you want a cookie? Is that what you want, a cookie? I guess these are very good because, Sid, good boy. There you go. And one for you. There you go. You taking it to bed? Oh, the other bed. Oh, that just feels so much better. I can't wait to get stuff on my walls. At least I know that the house feels right now. So anyways, that's good to go. And the lights, they look good on camera, but they're definitely a little bit brighter, but I'm glad to have that done. Okay, we are done cookies for now, and I'm gonna have a little morning pick-me-up. What do you guys think? I think we'll make an eggnog latte and then go do a little bit of editing before we get our day started. Yeah, we just got a free day today. Yeah. The best eggnog, Farm Boy. It's organic, doesn't really make a difference, but it's in a glass bottle. So anyways, I put it in my frother, and then I'm gonna froth that up, and then I'm gonna take Charlie and Linus, and of course Snoopy, and we're gonna go get a double shot of espresso in our coffee corner. I actually thought about getting like the Nespresso advent calendar this year, but I'm kind of glad I didn't. I really only use this kind of like for like espresso shots. So anyways, that's what I'm gonna do right now, and then add in my eggnog to do the eggnog latte. And just to let you guys know, that is my wrapping center. Like, it's fancy, eh? So anyways, I am gonna be doing a little bit of wrapping today after, probably after lunch. So I don't add any sugar or anything because the eggnog is sweetened. So all I do is I put the eggnog in, and then I just stir it up. Nice strong cup of coffee. And I usually put like nutmeg or cinnamon, but I forgot about this. I found this at the grocery store like in November. It's just a little gingerbread spice finishing sugar, so I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit on that. And so I find the eggnog kind of burns at the bottom a little bit, so I'm just gonna spray that with Dawn Power Wash and then put some hot water in it and then let it sit, and then it just washes out really easy. But I don't like to get this wet just because like the bottom and all of that, so that's all I'm gonna do. So I just put a little bit. It smells really good. I thought that would be nice to put on, I don't know, like muffins or something like that. So anyways, I'm gonna take my coffee and we're gonna go down to the office and do a little bit of work, and you know the boys will be following me down there. Well, Linus is still following me around everywhere. And then Hunter did not join us this morning, so he's enjoying the couch. Okay, Hunter, come on. You shouldn't be up here. He's really liking the new leather couch. We're finding he's getting up here a lot more often, so his legs aren't bothering him too much, but I'm just gonna go ahead and leave him just because it's that kind of day. But I'm just gonna kind of set the mood, just kind of regroup a little bit, and then we are gonna do some baking this morning. I just put on one of those like YouTube channels with the jazzy music, so pretending it's beautiful and snowing outside instead of gray, gloomy and raining. You know, you gotta play tricks with your mind. So anyways, I think this is just kind of the setting that I want. I really wish I was there. Cute little snowman, the mountains, everything beautifully decorated. I'm just gonna pretend I am there. So I'm gonna do this, and then I'm just gonna do a little bit of something for myself before I get started. Just a little bit of coloring. I have this picture picked out, and I'm just gonna go ahead and enjoy it with the easy listening music. So here it is all colored in. So I'm gonna work the magic and then use this jelly roll pen just to kind of highlight a few of the things. So here's what it looks like, and this is after. I just find it makes such a big difference. Just those little lines just kind of make it pop. I've just seen it a few like channels. Like there's so many different coloring techniques and all of that, but this Cozy Girl Christmas, I have been enjoying it and should be doing a little bit more. How cute are they? Like, look at Linus. It's like a Christmas picture. The red, it really is his color. He's just sitting there waiting. So I like having the ottoman. I know like some people might not like the dog being up there, but we just put our feet up there. And then Hunter is just getting comfortable. He's off the couch. So back to work now. Okay, I just got everything cleaned up. It's already 10:30. So anyways, the Oreos were fine. They weren't homemade, but they were enjoyed. And I am gonna make gingerbread muffins with sweet lemon glaze, but I am gonna use orange juice instead of lemon. And I have my little muffin liners out, so I'm actually going to use the little gingerbread ones. Normally I don't do this, but for Christmas I want to keep it festive, so the first thing I like to do is preheat my oven, 425 degrees. This is from Sally's Baking Addiction. And then I'm going to go ahead and get all of my ingredients out and then just make the muffins and enjoy the process. I find whenever I bake, I want to be relaxed because it's not one of my favorite things. So fingers crossed that these muffins turn out. I will link the recipe down below. I did everything according to the recipe. The only thing that was different is when you go to do the molasses and the butter, it said to do it in the microwave. I don't have a microwave, so I am doing it on the stovetop.
Hold up, I am on my way. I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas.
I shared in an earlier video how I was looking for muffin liners because I don't normally use them, and I ended up getting them at Michael's, and they were kind of pricey. They were $6 each, but it was buy one get one free for $24, and these were amazing. They are like this grease resistant, so they're really nice and thick, so they're a lot better than what I thought, and I am glad I got them. Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this in Christmas times. Oh, and the sunset, it is just getting better on a blanket with the skyline painted in blue. Ooh, yeah, that's what we do. We'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. Here we go. All right. Now this Christmas, we're gonna dance. We're gonna dance. Come on. We're gonna dance, have a good time. Dance, all night long. We're gonna dance, and have a good time. I think Santa's gonna come and join us in this song. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling. You bake them at 425 for 5 minutes, so while the timer was going off, I got everything cleaned up and it just went off. So now you put it down to 350 for 15 minutes. So there they came out. I'm very happy. They look really nice. I put that little bit of sugar on top because it said that you could. So I used the gingerbread sugar. That was the only thing I really did different. So we're going to let them sit because you're going to make a glaze, but I don't want to do it when it's warm and have them all messy. So this is from Sally's Baking Addiction Sweet Lemon Glaze. I'm going to do an orange glaze. And I just find Sally's Baking Addiction is an amazing website. Like, they reply to the comments, there's lots of great feedback, and she leaves a lot of notes on how to kind of do things too, like freezing them and all of that. So anyways, now that the muffins are made, I'm going to take some of my chicken pot pie, and since I don't have a microwave, I'm just going to heat it up in the air fryer using a little bit of parchment paper. As you can see, as the pot pie sat, it thickened up, and I'm having it with a nice Diet Coke, and I couldn't find the Christmas calendar. But I am watching, I think, my second favorite. It might even be one of my favorites now. Snowed In Christmas. It's about two journalists, and they get snowed in. And it's your typical Hallmark movie, but there's another storyline on top of it. And it talks a little bit about sadness of Christmas. And of course, it has the magical happy ending. But I really liked it. So anyways, I kept it on, and I listened to it while I kept doing a little bit of work. So I am going to go ahead and make the glaze right now. So I'm doing everything that the recipe said, but instead of fresh lemon juice, I'm using orange juice out of a bottle. As I was doing this, I remembered yesterday's advent calendar. Today is day 15, and look at, there's a little gingerbread. I'm pretty sure today is a gingerbread coffee, and I made gingerbread muffins. So I am going to have the taste test with my afternoon pick-me-up. So I really wasn't sure about doing the glaze, but I'm really glad that I did because I think it just brings it all together. The first couple of ones weren't that great, but then as I kept doing it, it got a little bit better. Like, I figured out the rhythm and got like a nicer pattern. And it said to like let them cool for 10 minutes, but I let them cool completely because I knew that it would be really, really messy if the muffins would have been warm. So I'm just gonna finish this off. I'm not using all of the glaze. It made way too much, and now that's done. So I'm gonna get all of this cleaned up and I'm gonna do some wrapping. The movie is still playing. So I actually got these at Costco for Andrew. I was looking for slippers, and then they had them when I was there last time, so I got these ones for him, and they just look really nice, and I know that they were a good price, and they're very comparable to the Uggs one, so I'm going to get this wrapped up, and of course, Charlie Brown wrapping paper.
Come on in, come on up, come on over for the merriest time of year. Come on up, come on in, get together for a good time. Smile, my dear. Come on in, come on up, come on over. We'll be dancing round the tree. So let us have a swinging Christmas, just like 1, 2, 3. We blink and then it's gone, so we better make the most of what we've got.
Andrew looks at a lot of different things on Amazon and eBay, so I went through his history. I was able to find a couple of things that he was really interested in, but unfortunately there was only one that I could find. It was a Scooby-Doo DVD. The other ones that he was looking at over and over again, I just couldn't find them anymore because they're so old, they don't make them. And it's really hard to find certain things for him. There's been a couple of years where we've been able to find like that one thing that he's been looking for, but the only thing really is kind of like movies. And then I looked and looked and looked to get a couple of toys for him. So I got one that's like a magnet to keep working on his fine motor skills, and then like a little bit of independent time that he could do. He's not going to be excited when he opens it up, but I know it'll be good for him. And then I was also able to find another little thing that I think will be perfect for him and Dad to do.
Take your neighbor by the hand and join the dance parade before the clock strikes and it's all too late.
thought this was really good. Machine makers, they could do it together because Andrew and I do puzzles together, like we're in the car together all the time, and then they have a visual. So I thought it'd be really nice for something for him and Steve to do together. So I don't know if it's going to work out, but I just thought it was something good. Just, more of the life skills, the fine motor skills. So I'm going to get the last of these things wrapped up. And for name tags, I just use like a sticker and I put the name on because nothing goes underneath the tree just because of Hunter. And we've always done that, like Christmas Eve as the kids have gotten older. I still like to leave everything until Christmas Eve and then all of the magic. And it still keeps the sparkle in Andrew's eyes because when he goes to bed, like there's no gifts under the tree and he wakes up. So it's just trying to keep the magic. And with Hunter, he has gotten into so many different things over the years that you always have to make sure that doors are closed and nothing is left around. But on Christmas Eve, so far, so good. It has worked out. So fingers crossed it will stay like that this year. So that's all I do is I just put the names on the top and then I just put the wrapping paper there. This is my fancy wrapping station. So the kitchen is good to go. I'm going to sit and watch the rest of the movie. And then I also did a little bit of coloring for the gingerbread men, but I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to get it finished, but that's okay. So I was right. Gingerbread coffee, and I'm going to taste test it with the gingerbread muffins. I am very, very excited. Oh, it looks like tomorrow is going to be eggnog. So that'll be exciting. Nice to have those festive ones. These muffin liners are so good. So I took the muffin, I just cut it in half. I'm going to try half and then Steve can try half. So there it is. It came out really easy. These were really good. And now I'm going to have my coffee. But they were really good. You could definitely taste the molasses and the spices. They were a little bit dry. I think I might have overmixed them, but the drizzle was really nice. They were really easy to make and they turned out, but I think there's a couple more things that I could do to improve them. These were in my little homemade book and I just wrote down, like I did 15 minutes at 350. It was too long. They were a little dry, maybe adding in a little bit of orange juice and maybe even a little bit of the dried fruits just to give it a little bit of texture. And for the glaze, I would only do half of it. It was just too much. So they're in my little container here, a couple in the bowl, but we are definitely going to enjoy these for breakfast. So Steve thought they were really good, really tasty, and I will definitely make them again. So we're going to get everything cleaned up before we start making dinner. So I am making like a cheater chicken parmesan tonight. Sorry that I went from delicious muffins to like raw chicken, but I'm making chicken parmesan tonight and I got those chicken cutlets at Metro and I think they're in my part 4 of kind of my food organization series. I kind of showed you about shopping for sales and picking items up, and this is the last of it. And I've made them a couple of times just for Andrew, and then I also did like cheater chicken parmesan for us, and they are so easy. So I'm just dicing up an onion, and I'm going to take some of the tomato products that I used like last week to make that one pot pasta dish. There's no recipe for this. I'm just using what I have and making a homemade tomato sauce and just making, a chicken parmesan and just being creative in the kitchen tonight.
Come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant, come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of angels. Come, let us adore him. Come, let us adore him. Come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord.
I had a tablespoon of butter and a tablespoon of olive oil. I just cooked the onion for a few minutes, and now I'm going to add just a little bit of garlic here. I like using the jarred garlic. I just find it is so easy and convenient. I know people like fresh garlic, but I find like once it gets on my fingers, it's really hard to get that smell out. So I'm just going to slowly saute this, and then I'm adding in the last of the ingredients from the pasta I made last week. And if I would have had a little bit of red wine, I would have kind of deglazed the pan a little bit here and then just kind of like cook the alcohol off and then add in the tomato paste, but I'm adding in the sauce and then the tomato paste. I also had some chicken broth left, so from the chicken pot pie, so I just put a little bit of that in the jar, shook it, and then added that here. So I'm just going to mix this all together, and I'm going to add a lot of spices too. I'm going to add salt and pepper, a little bit of Italian seasoning, some basil, some oregano, and also some parsley.
Sing choirs of angels, sing in exultation, sing all ye citizens of heaven above. Glory to God in the highest. Come that.
A little bit more chicken broth. I did put a couple of sugar cubes in there just to help with the acidity, and I'm just stirring it around. And that's one of the things, like when you make something, just, throwing stuff in, it's hard to recreate it because you just don't really know what is going in there. So I just want to have a little taste just to see if the spices are right. Is it too tomatoey? So once I taste it, I just kind of adjust it and then figure out if I want to add any more to it. I'm also going to add a little bit of the pasta water in here just to make sure that I can toss the pasta. So I wanted to have some kind of vegetable. So I have these garlic, Parmesan, green beans in the freezer. Just kind of using what we have. And then I have some fruit for Andrew because he won't eat these. So I'm just going to saute these on the stove top, get the pasta going, and then kind of bring it all together. So I love frozen vegetables like this. It's just great to have too, because when I buy fresh ones, sometimes I think I'm going to use them and then I don't, and then you got to end up using them when you're not really planning on it. So it is nice to have some frozen vegetables right now. So I'm going to save a little bit of the pasta water too, just in case I need a little bit more. I don't want it to be too thin. I don't want it to be too thick. I just want it that I'm able to toss the fettuccine noodles in it, so that way I can, just have it for the base layer of the chicken parmesan. So the chicken is good. I think I did it for about 30 minutes, and then I flipped it halfway through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put just a little bit of sauce on top, and then I'm going to put a little bit of just parmesan, and then put it back in the oven just for about another 5 minutes, maybe finish it off with broil just to kind of crisp up the top, just keeping it really easy. And these were such a great find at the grocery store. And then we'll just kind of put it all together and see how it looks.
Adore him. Come, let us adore him. Come, let us adore him. Christ the Lord.
I really enjoyed making this meal, just kind of using what we have and coming up with something that everybody would enjoy. And it was so good. Just this simple tomato sauce, some spices, some onion, garlic, some frozen vegetables. And I was able to make a really nice dinner. Everybody loved it. Just had half of the chicken. So good, so easy. And that's one of the things I love about cooking, is that you can kind of just use what you have. And then baking is a little bit more of a science. Anyways, everybody enjoyed it. It was exactly what I needed today. It was just a nice, relaxing day. So I am going to say goodbye. We have plans for the night, and I will see you all tomorrow for another day of Vlogmas.